Well, race number 2 out of Turpentine this afternoon gets underway at 12:40. This is the first leg of the bipot. It is the Kevin Bacos Maiden Plate. Of course, the Life Members Race Day, ROA, today. Lovely to have this race named after Kevin Bacos. He's been involved for 25 years. So 1,200 metres for this maiden plate as mentioned, and as far as the changes are concerned, there are none. There are 6 runners here, so small field for the first leg of this bipot. Daryl, the betting has 7 to 10, number 6, Inspector James, number 3, Head Trigger, looks like the only opposition at 28 to 10, Remains of the Day at 4 to 1, then 13 to 2, and Better Bar those. Inspector James, obviously excuses last time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, pity what happened to Simonga. I believe he's out for 2 months.
Yeah, I had the op yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, we wish him a speedy recovery.
Absolutely.
And a full recovery. On this day, the stable sends out their comments, Jan Janssen van Vuren, and he had all of Barbaresco, Nettleton, Chasing Happiness, and Inspector James running. And he said Inspector James was his best for the entire day.
Well, there we go.
I saw this horse move down to the post. He looked outstanding. So I think he's going to be more distance suited than Hair Trigger. I think Hair Triggers are going to be looking for further in time to come. So I'm happy bankering him in the opening leg of the bipot, that's for certain. You can see that run behind Karate Kid's looking even better now.
Yep.
Now Hong Kong Lucky, no support in the anti-post market. He's a full brother to Pure Predator.
How's that for breeding?
And then, Remains of the Day is currently at 4 to 1. I think, to be honest, if he starts in single figures, I'll be very surprised. I expect him to blow off the market. And I expect Inspector James to harden. So I think 7 to 10 is actually a fair price.
Completely agreed. So race number 2, first leg of the bipot, 1,200 metres. Here's the bipot. Look at Daryl's confidence today. And I know we chatted, we agree these first 3. 6, 2, 9, straight bankers. By 2, 4, 6, by 3 and 5, by 1, 5 and 8. And that is that 18 Rand? 18 Rand to spend there. Race number 2, bipot, 12:40. Race number 3 is where the PA starts this afternoon, 1,600 metres for the Alexander-led maiden plate fillies and mares. Changes, there are none at this stage. 8 runners going down to the post, where we have Fireburst as your 11 to 10 favourite for the Lecoq stable. Number 2, Glamorous Lady, 15 to 10, and those two seem to be backed at the exclusion of everything else. 15 to 2, number 3, Messalina. The 4-horse, Quello Che, 8 to 1, and then 14 to 1 in Better Bar those. Now, again, you and I chatted off air here. They might have the betting the wrong way around, according to us. Fireburst and Glamorous Lady.
Yeah, I've got a preference for Glamorous Lady. One thing's for certain, she stays the trip. And last time out, she spoiled her chances at the start. I thought she was a very unfortunate loser on that occasion. If she broke well, she wins that race.
Correct.
She was closing in hand over fist towards the latter stages. So Musi gets the ride this time around. She's having a peak run and she gets the trip. So I have to favour her. I do have respect for the favourite. It's just touch on a filly that ran second in her next start was TikTok Addiction.
Yes.
And she finished close on 4 lengths behind Glamorous Lady. And Glamorous Lady is better than that effort. So I like her chances. I banked her in the PA and the bipot. Respect for Fireburst. I think a lot of people expected more from her last time out.
She was very disappointing last time.
She was disappointing, but I think Gavin must have been upset in running because the winner of that race interfered with her in the early stages. She forced Gavin wide. But I have to say, when they came into the straight, this filly found nothing. She was well beaten. If she had run on and within a length or two of the winner, I would have said yes. That was a very decent effort. But in the straight, she really...
Yeah, she had nothing to offer.
Yeah, she was flat.
Yeah.
She now steps up. Her dam was an out-and-out sprinter, but her sire stayed. So let's see how she goes. She's got a lot of scope for improvements. But based on Glamorous Lady certain to get the trip, I'm leaning towards her.
Again, completely agree. Banker 2, leg number 1 from Banker 9. This is the PA. 2, 4 and 6, leg 3. 3 and 5, leg 4. Leg 5, 1, 5 and 8. Leg 6, race 8, 3, 8 and 9. 7 and 10 for the final race, and the cost of that PA 108 Rand, the time 13:15. Race number 4 is called the Darrell Utah Maiden Plate over the 1600 meters, first leg of the all-important pick 6 this afternoon. Number 2, Chief of Staff, has blinkers on. The 3, Panning Gold, also a blinker strike. And 9 runners here will be going down to the start for the first leg of the pick 6. Ichacha showing up 11 to 10. That's the son of Danon Patina for Stewie Pettigrew. The second favourite is number 4, Ombudsman, who's showing up at 33 to 10. 9 to 2, the 3, Panning Gold, and then Dylan's Champ shows up at 11 to 2. It's 15 to 2 and better bar those. That's the first leg of the pick 6. Now, the first thing I've got to say is I know we agree here. Ichacha, that Heather's Boy could be very special, which makes that run particularly good.
Sure. I was so impressed with Heather's Boy's victory. I mean, for him to have done that on the inside track, excuse me, Lyle, on debut on the inside track,
Yep.
follow.
And I must just add to that, I spoke to Cabello after the race as well, and I said, is this horse anywhere as good as Malmus? He said, yeah, probably better.
Sure.
I mean, the confidence we were getting
Yeah.
is amazing. Yeah.
So now we'll know whether the form line has been franked earlier on, because Fire Trigger runs from that form line. But even if it hasn't, I love the look of Ichacha. You know, I had a look at his breeding. He's a dam 1 up to a mile. His second dam 1800. I think he's going to love the mile. And I think he's a very nice horse in the making. 2 cracking efforts to date. The danger. Now, I didn't banker him in my pick 6. You can see I bankered him in my PA, my bar pot. Very confident with those bets. But I do have respect for Ombudsman. Now, opening the book, you can see Striker is obviously sponsored by ASSM.
Yes.
And I'm sure you would have had the choice of rides between Panning Gold and Ombudsman. He's opted to ride Ombudsman. And you can see he's getting down to 58 for this meeting.
Yes.
So he's shedding
Dope,
a few kilos.
Yes.
Now, he rode Ombudsman last time out, and I don't know if it was his advice, but you can see they've taken the blinkers off and they're trying him over further. Now, the sire, we all know Flower Alley's generally staying
Yeah, will
types.
love the trip.
Yeah. And in his penultimate start, he ran behind Blaze Away. Now, Blaze Away came out and ran second behind Karate Kid.
Yep.
So he's a horse that could improve over the extra. So I do have respect for him, but I really think Ichacha has shown enough to get it right in his third start.
And by the way, both the mares of our selections in race 3 and 4 were trained by Ormond Ferrara. So how about that? He's still in the game even if he isn't. So pick 6, here's Darrell's pick 6, 4 and 9, by 2, 4 and 6, by 3 and 5, by 1, 5 and 8, by 3, 8 and 9, then 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9 and 10. Quite clear which leg of the pick 6 Darrell doesn't love. Cost there 756 Rand. Race number 5, 2,600 meters. This is the Gavin Smith Middle Stakes. First leg of the jackpot 1, which has a carryover of 250,000 Rand. 1 million Rand expected for this. And Darrell's here to help us. We need to catch this jackpot of all the bets this afternoon. Scratchings, the 8 at the bottom. Fushimi Inari is out. And that is the only scratching. So just 7 runners now in the 5th race this afternoon. The betting has number 6, Strewn Sky, at 2 to 1. 3.75 about number 1, Breeze Over. The 4, 20 Drachmas, 3.75. 4 to 1, number 2, Prime Example. And then 6 to 1, Poet's Warrior. That's number 3. 11 to 1 and better by those. I thought quite a tricky start to the jackpot here, Darrell. So over to you.
Yeah, it is tricky. If you want to add any to my perm, because I've only got numbers 2, 4, and 6, you can certainly add number 1 or numbers 1 and 3, the Azzy coupling. Breeze Over. I know he's run 4 seconds on the inside track, but he's had 5 goes and he's yet to win on the inside track. Maybe he's just better on a more testing
True.
circuit.
And he's the best weighted, so he's the horse to beat, isn't he? But he's got to do it.
Yeah, and he's also coming back from KZN. So
Correct.
Poet's Warrior, now a lovely return. I mean, he was off for a lengthy period of time, but strictly on paper, he has to improve on his on that effort, because he's beaten or he's held by Strewn Sky, and he's worse off at the weights.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to follow him in his third run of the layoff next time out. Now 20 Drachmas and Prime Example both stay, both are in good form, and 20 Drachmas is 4 kgs better off. So I like the look of his chances over here. And then Struensky, you know, this horse looks like an improving staying type. If you have a look at his dam won over 2200 and she ran second in the Oaks. So there's a lot of stamina on the dam side. And you know, have a look at that dam is Sky Pirate, which makes this horse, Struensky, a half-brother to none other than Smoking Hot, who ran third, I think, in the Gold Bowl.
Well, there we go.
Second in the Gold Bowl.
3,200.
Yes. So, yes, I think he still has to prove that he gets the extra. But on paper, it looks like he's going to love it. So, for me, I went numbers 2, 4, and 6. Like I said, the race doesn't stop there.
All right, here's the big jackpot of the day. 54 Rand to spend. 2, 4, and 6, 3 and 5. By 1, 5, and 8. By 3, 8, and 9. As you heard from Daryl, this is the big jackpot. 1 million Rand. So be free to add a few more in. Race number 6 is our first leg of our Jackpot 2 this afternoon, 1,200 metres, and it's the Cooney Stratum Merit Rated 80 handicap. Let's have a look at the changes. I don't believe there are any at this stage, and there aren't. So there are 9 runners that'll be going down to the start. Betting for race number 6 has number 5, Wolf Mountain, at 5 to 2. 4 to 1 about number 3, Key News. Looks like the Tony Peter stable might be turning. 4 to 1 is number 6, Xanthar. 8, Prince of Kildare is at 5 to 1. 17 to 2, number 7, French Impact. And then it's 10 to 1 and better by those. So again, there are probably a few with winning chances, aren't there?
I actually don't think so. I think only 2 can win.
Love it.
But you know, it's Cooney Stratum, named after Cooney Stratum.
Yes.
Give him some airtime. Kunbold. Do you know Cooney?
I know Cooney, but I don't know. Kunbold.
Okay.
Is that his nickname?
That's his construction company. He built my house, Kunbold.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So you must be quite rich then. To
I had to
afford that.
pay him off over a couple of years.
Okay.
Now, Key News interests me over here. He's been gelded since his last start. Now, if you look at the computer form, it says 1 winner from 3 runners.
Yes.
But we obviously know Taxi to the Moon won indirectly.
That's
He won
right.
a very nice race, beating Lead the Charge and Simric.
Yes.
Two
very good
lovely
form.
swords.
Yes.
Second in that race is none other than Karate Kid. Came out and won twice. And then behind Key News was a horse called Moonlight Trader, who romped home in his next starts. Not the following one, but he's indirectly he's won 2. So I like Key News, and he's got course and distance for me. Actually won over this track and trip on debut. But I do have respect for Wolf Mountain. Like we know, Striker's getting down to 58. Lovely effort last time out. You know, his form lines weren't very great.
Yes.
But he certainly did improve with the gelding. And he's got the draw. He's got Striker. And he's coming back in trip. I don't think that's going to be of concern, though. The only little bit of a reservation I do have is that field. I think there were 4 runners who crossed the line less than half a length separating each other. So it was a bit congested. I am leaning towards Key News. But you know what? Wolf Mountain is going to give him a run for his money. So I'm not looking past the 2 of them. I think you can back both. You know what? Xanthar doesn't have the best of form lines. Prince of Kildare, the last race was for his taking. I expect them to both drift in the market. So at 5 to 2 and 4 to 1, I think Trifecta's quartets can focus on those 2. Even Dr. Faustus has to be included for the back end.
All right, so there we go. Here's that jackpot 2, 3 and 5, and maybe even banker 3 if you can't afford the full amount there. Daryl quite confident with Key News, that very good form line last time. 3 and 5 by 1, 5, 8, by 3, 8 and 9, by 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9 and 10. The cost 126 Rand. Race number 7, named the Alan Greef. It is a fillies and mares 75 handicap, and Alan Greef becomes a life member today of the ROA. 1,450 meters. There are no changes. Betting number 1, Do It With Diamonds, currently 3 to 1, joint favorite with number 6, this Daughter of Gold Standard for the Mike de Kock stable. Number 5, Willie Meet Again, is 4 to 1. It is 5 to 1 about the 8 future date. 3, Princess Ilaria, is 11 to 2, and then it's 10 to 1 and better by those. Now, tricky because 4 of these horses won their maidens last time, Daryl. So which one's going to improve the most, or which form lines are going to work out the best?
Yeah. I've left out Oxalis Gold, number 6, for Saturday. You know, we fancied her chances last time out very strongly, and she was hard-pressed to win on that occasion. I really expected her to romp, but it wasn't the case. She's been off the track. I think the rest could have done with a world of good. But I'm going with the fillies with fitness on their side. Now, Willie Meet again. She was super impressive in her penultimate start when winning her maiden. I mean, she picked it up smartly. I know the field was quite shallow and it wasn't the strongest, but what more can you do in her second start? Even in her debut effort against winners on this track, she caught the eye. Then last time out, she returned from a short rest, but take note, that was up the Vaal Straight. And the going was all focused on that inside running rail.
That's right.
She was towards the
False
outside.
rail was in,
yes.
And
So
she
now-
was backed.
So now she's got the one draw. The draw's in her favor. She's way better than that effort. So I like her chances. Number one, do it with diamonds. Now you can put a line through a penultimate start. Many are saying she shouldn't have run on that occasion. She broke loose in the parade ring.
Yep.
She came down slightly in the ratings after that. She dropped to 76, and last time out she confirmed that she's very competitive off this mark. And if you hear the Peter Yard, they rate this filly. I mean, when they interviewed for Track Talk, she's highly regarded. A filly from their yard won at the Vaal on Tuesday, who finished quite some distance behind her in Hat's Queen. She franked that
Yes.
form. And then I've also thrown in number 8 of your Future Date. I know she beat a very poor field last time out, but she had that race sewn up 600 meters out. So she's off an 84 now. She's well drawn. I think she's got more to come, and you can't ignore that combination presently.
Right, so there we go. This is the final pick 3 for Daryl. 1, 5 and 8. The second leg 3, 8 and 9 by 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9 and 10. And the cost of that 63 Rand. Race number 7, Alan Freer, Lisa Mayer, 75. Race number 8 is a merit rated 80 handicap named after Dr. Ashley Parker. They're running over 1,600 meters, and there are 10 runners that'll be taking part in the penultimate race on the card. Backus number 9 is a 16 to 10 favorite. 4 to 1 about number 3, the sort of wily 7-year-old son of Willow Magic. That's 4 to 1. 11 to 2, number 4, Cade Taker. The fourth favourite here, number 8, Spring Tradition at 7 to 1. And then it's 10 to 1 and better bar those. Again, Daryl, I'm going to listen to what you had to say. I thought if you look after Bacchus, it becomes quite open.
Yeah, wasn't he impressive in his
Very.
second start, eh? Sure.
Very impressive.
He really picked them off smartly in the straight. And being by Master of My Fate out of a dam who won over 2,000 meters, he's surely going to love the extra. Is it an extra 200 meters?
200,
eh? Yeah. And watch the sort in when he goes over further.
200 or a furlong?
Well said. Is this a mile or 1,600?
Correct.
Um,
Both.
But now he's been off for 3 months. So I don't know. This horse could be anything.
It could be anything.
It could
And
be anything.
what I will do for the punters, I'll be there. So I'll ask Fabian before
Please,
the race
yeah.
and tell the public.
I like the fact that Fabian's stables come to form
Yes.
again. I mean,
Oh, they're
his horses
lovely
are,
winner-
and they're
lovely winner
looking
at the Vaal.
outstanding. eh?
Yeah.
Now, Spring Tradition, I know he was well held last time out, but he was out at the weights. In his penultimate start, I believe the connections got stuck into the jockey post-race. They were furious. So,
Was that,
Philosande gets
was
another-
that the race where you got boxed in?
yes,
In the four
there
horses?
were horses in the
Correct.
field, and he got
Yes,
boxed in.
I
So,
remember the race.
Philosande gets another bite at the cherry. Is
Yes.
that... So he wants to grab this opportunity
He'll
with both
take it.
hands. Now the dam, Blossom, stayed. The dam ran second in the Oaks and third in the Woolhavington. She was very decent. So back in a handicap from a 1 stall gate, I think he'll be right there.
Yep.
He's got fitness on his side. And then you know what? The old boy, Willow Express. Strikers only sat on him once in 57 starts. 1 from 1.
There we go.
You know, he dropped right down to a 73, which made him very competitive. His confidence is up over here now. Last time out, the field did cut up, admittedly, but that form line's been franked with Royal Edition. winning out at the Vaal yesterday or on Tuesday. So yes, I went numbers 3, 8 and 9.
All right, so here's Daryl's double, final double in the card, 3, 8 and 9 by 7 and 10. Just 6 rand you can add, but quite confident about 3, 8 and 9 in race number 8. Race number 9 is the Maynard Bars Middle Stakes, 1600 meters. If you're running in the pick 6 now, you are hoping your horses will be coming through. Betting has the one, Greeting My Master, 28 to 10. 4, Alec Laird, Gavin Lorena. 3.5, 7 to 2, number 10, Apache Sun, the son of the Apache. It is 5 to 1 about number 6, King's Express. 11 to 2 about number 7, Atarime, who I think was scratched last time. And then it's 10 to 1, number 8, Warhawk Bomber. So final chance to make money. How are we playing?
Yes, tricky race. I had to suggest a bet though. Greeting My Master currently 28 to 10. I think he's a little bit short in the market. If you recall last time out, I wasn't impressed in the way he moved down to the start. And he was examined behind the pens on that occasion. You know, he's got 62, he's off for 2 months, a wide draw to contend with.
A few things against him.
He's a lovely horse. And he even if you have a look at the best weighted column, it's not as if he's slung in over here. He's out 1.5 kilos. So I think he's too short in the market, but I respect his chances. Now, having a look at this, Philisande Mkoli rides for Paul Matchett. He rode Atarime last time out to victory, and he rode Kevin Backus's horse, Apache Sun, to victory. And I think he's chosen Apache over Atarime.
Yes.
I don't have confirmation of that, but I was very impressed with Apache Sun last time out. You know, both of them fall in the same category. They're unbeaten as geldings, 2 from 2. But the way Apache Sun quickened up in the straight last time out was impressive, and he's a horse on the upgrade. So I'm leaning towards him as the likely winner. I've got respect for Atarime. He's done nothing wrong in his last 2 starts since returning from a rest. I just think maybe he's looking for a little bit further, but he'll be doing his best work late. And Jeff's grabbing every opportunity with both hands at the moment. I thought he was meant to go overseas a few months back.
I thought so too. He obviously didn't.
Yeah, visa
he rode a very good race
maybe.
on Thursday.
Now, King's Express, another one you can't ignore. He's won from one of the course and distance. Striker reunites with him, and he won well last time out. And Tamarisk Tree came out and ran second at the Vaal on Tuesday, and Royal Edition won. So yeah, it's a tricky race, but from what I saw from Apache Sun last time out, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes it a hat-trick.
Well, there we go. The win on number 10, Apache Sun. Current price at 7 to 2, decent enough value. Philisande might have chosen this for Tyrone Zaki in the final race.